Alright, so welcome back to Downtime Recap. My name is Alan. Today we're coming back to the show as we've had a little bit of an Easter vacation, so we didn't film one on Friday, releasing it on Saturday. And we're going to be talking a little bit about Chinese cheaters, or cheater ring that just got busted with like all the money. We have information about the PS stores that are closing, the PSP, the PS Vita, and the PlayStation 3 stores. Well, we have a whole bunch of stuff. We had a vacation, so welcome to Downtime Recap. We're going to be talking about match fixing again because not unlike the Australian MDL match fixing scandal in Counter-Strike, the Esports Integration Committee, or the ESIC, is now looking into match fixing in North America. A few months ago, not so long ago, there was a big scandal in Australia with some match fixing in the MDL for Counter-Strike, and now there's a larger, with around 42 people involved, match fixing scandal in North America. And not only that, this seems to be the first time that match fixing has transcended just a few players trying to fix the matches for their own gains, but now they've actually involved the FBI because it seems that these are outside betting organizations that have affected the players to going into match fixing. So now it's not only the players saying like, hey, we can bet on ourselves and we can figure it out, making it like the innocent match fixing scandal, which is also bullshit, but now it seems that it's getting a lot more organized, and this is why it's the first time the FBI is involved in the United States, and this is probably not the last we're going to be seeing about match fixing scandals, as they have apparently been happening a lot and everywhere, and I'm still thinking like probably we'll find one in Scandinavia someday, but not right now at least, so that's good. So if you guys have ever been battling against cheaters, you know how much it's disgusting that people can just download a cheat real quickly and you use it. Now it seems that the Chinese police have fired a shot back in that war against cheating, as the police in Kushan have arrested around 10 people and destroyed around 17 cheat softwares at a local Chinese cheating ring. And not only that, they seized over $46 million worth of assets, including luxury cars, and God, I can imagine they probably have some 3090s in there. And not only that, we also wanted to point out that somebody else has found out that when people install cheats, you actually have to go in and set up admin permissions and everything else for the cheat to work on your computer and to override a lot of the cheating software, especially in the game Warzone. And not only that, the cheaters got cheated because people found out that if people are installing cheats that give them more access to their computer, they can sneak in Trojans and do that. So around 30,000 players were like banned for cheating in March, but not only that, there was a new cheat that came out called COD Dropper version 0.1, and it was like saying that you can speed hack and do a whole bunch of crazy stuff on it and use it for whatever. But it seems that when the cheaters actually downloaded this software to like cheat, it installed a whole bunch of backdoors that meant that the cheaters could get cheated because the people that have created this cheat software could get full access to their computers and, steal whatever they want. So cheaters got cheated and Chinese cheaters got justice. For those of you that love the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation Vita, or the PlayStation Portable, or the PSP for short, you guys have already found out that the stores are going to be closing, the online stores and everything relating to the support behind that is unfortunately going to be shutting down. Sony announced this a while ago, and now the things are actually happening. And this actually caught a few people off guard. Mikkel Sternberg, who is a developer that was doing a game called Russian Subway Dogs, actually tweeted out himself as he was preparing the game for a PS Vita launch. We didn't hear about this. We didn't even know that the store was going to close and everything was going to be unsupported now. And right now he's only tweeted out that he found out about this. He's sad about it, but he is also trying to rush and finish the game so that actually can come out before the store closes. And then not only that, it also seems that around 700 games will be forever unplayable since they only appear on those platforms. And since if you don't have them downloaded and you don't have them right now, you'll never be able to play those games ever again. But not only that, another 2,000 games are going to be affected in a sense where they will never be able to play basically unless you have that platform as well. So this has prompted people on different forums, especially the ones on Nintendo's forums, to talk about game preservation, like what should be done. Should we always be able to, have the games available whenever we want them? Is there, if something closes, should there be an archive repository for people to actually be able to get those games for other platforms? Nintendo is definitely being one of the companies that says hey, we're going to try to do backwards compatibility. Xbox is as well. PlayStation says they are as well. But even if they are, you're still losing 2,000 games, and not only that, 700 that will be unplayable for a long time. So maybe we have to start looking into it a little bit more, but yeah, that's just an interesting little side note that with the closure of these stores, a few games will go missed. Blizzard, Activision, Frozen Throne, Warcraft 3, StarCraft. The RTS games that made that gaming company such a huge fan base and an amazing group of people have also noted that those games are kind of like, a little bit abandoned, especially StarCraft has had like no updates and they said they're not going to support it any much more. And that's kind of a shame because everybody really wants an RTS game to actually thrive. But it seems that there is one hope for people that love these RTS games and the games that come from it. And that would be the studio Frost Giant Studios. The people that comprise Frost Giant Studios are people that left Activision Blizzard and other companies to go in and make their own RTS version gaming masterpiece studio. Tim Mortensen, he used to be the active lead in StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void, and other parts of the Blizzard company universe, and a lot of other people are at Frost Giant Studios that have worked on these kind of titles before, has gone out and said that, Frost Giant Studios is going to be working on the next level RTS to be coming out. Everybody's been wondering what they were going to do. They announced the studio without saying what they were going to do. And everybody's been just waiting patiently to see what they were going to do. And today we have a quote. "We very much want to build a game that feels like an evolution of Blizzard's RTS games," Walden told OP Attack. "But our influences will include Warcraft 3, Brood War, and StarCraft 2. We expect to be as different as those games are to each other." Frost Giant was founded by Malden and Tim Campbell, who was the campaign lead and designer for Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne. So that quote coming out of the PC Games and site is really good news for everybody that is kind of a StarCraft fan and anybody that wants to see a development in that actual genre of games, to see something coming out of it in the future. So we're looking forward to see what's going to happen there. And as we have a lot to cover, we're going to go into Outriders straight on. The launch has been not that great. There's been a game-ending bug that kicks players from the lobbies if they're trying to do cross-play via consoles and PCs. And apparently the servers weren't set up properly for that, and it's made the launch of the game not great. Outriders actually posted out on Twitter the following statement: "We are unfortunately fully aware of servers breakdown you are experiencing right now. Our partners at Square Enix are trying to fix it ASAP." Basically another Cyberpunk 2077 where people are just upset, but this seems to be a problem that can fix quite easily. Cyberpunk 2077 is still far from that. But let's see what happens in the future. It doesn't seem that this is going to affect Outriders that much, except for the people that wait for a game to launch to see if it's actually good and playable and see what the reviews say. But now people are probably going to wait a little bit longer, don't you think? Nibble is a writer that actually posted a story on Twitter that said the following: "E3 2021 will be a digital event and could be behind a paywall." He did so because he posted to an article that talked about how E3 had been contacting some publishers asking about what they were going to do in the future, and also different things that they could put behind a paywall. But E3 has also responded to this on Twitter directly by retweeting that tweet and saying, "E3's 2021 digital show is a free event for all attendees. We're excited to fill you in on all the real news for the event very soon." So let's see how EA does this year. I think it's going to be a very make or break moment for them to see if they can actually weather it, because they cost a lot of money to participate in. It's like a six-figure number just to have a presence there. US dollars, so that's at least like 700,000 Danish or a trillion SEK. But yeah, E3, let's see what they do. They say it's going to be a free event, so that means we can all watch. But then again, you never know. Maybe there are going to be paywalls for some content. We'll find out. We'll see what they do. They've already said it's for free. But hey, gaming companies change their mind all the time, don't they? Okay, I need to do the comment section really fast since I spent all my time doing all the talking about everything, and Alex said that we had too much content, and I told him it was okay, so I do everything else really fast. So here goes. Tina-sama, also known as Tina Marie, the greatest cosplayer in the world, who's our judge for the cosplay show that we're hosting called Iconic, actually just wrote her comment, "Uwu." So thank you for that, Tina. Uwu to you too.